Hey everybody, welcome to Parents Got a Game. My name is Stefan, of course, and we're going to take a look at some new releases because just the only thing I want to do this video actually earlier, just haven't had the time. We're going to talk about a webinar that took place on the 7th of October, and that was from the ESRB, and it was titled Harnessing the Positive Power of Video Games, and it's actually going to play in the background. Sorry, play. But let me know sound from there. All right, there we go. And Harnessing the Positive Power of Video Games. Now, it's a very interesting webinar. I did watch live myself. I signed up because looks like ESRB is going to do some of these now. And it would be kind of nice because get different experts. Obviously, didn't ask me, of course, but I don't have a degree in like some of these, like a journalism degree, psychology degree, and all that. So I don't have any of that, but I don't feel bad. Sorry about that. That's just my life. I hair. So this is done. Moderator of this was Dr. Elizabeth Melivalova, an independent expert in digital parenting and child online safety. Really cool. Did a really great job doing this. The guy talking is Andy Robertson, video game journalist, author of Taming Gaming. Then there was Dr. Rachel Covert, research psychologist, author of Parents Guide to Video Games, which is funny because that's the name of this channel, and total coincidence, and probably that's just funny. Wrote the book. I'm kind of interested in some of their books that they've done. So again, look at this. Like I said, the video's playing in the background. It's pretty nice. And then Patricia Vance, the ESRB president. Really cool listening to her. Listen to a couple things because she definitely had some points that I didn't think about, and a lot of this whole thing was a lot of things that I've never I've thought about. Like, oh, that's a cool idea. Um, so a couple things we discussed is how to play video games can be beneficial to you and your children. Very interesting. Take a couple different things on the psychology of things, just the family bonding time, and all that. How to check the ESRB and the contents range is actually going in the background right now, which I do again videos every week. Obviously, this week there weren't any, so there wasn't any, but that's what I kind of do here. Hopefully, do more videos. Let's see what time I have. I'm trying to do more videos. Household rules and parenting control settings and to manage which video games your children can play, how long, and for whom online, even when they're not around. This was a really great discussion. If you ever had that worry, definitely some great things. Feel they could have done a little better, and it's just the things each system of how to do it. But that's probably a video I can definitely do here, which I probably do. I've always wanted to do, but just now with the Series X and the PlayStation 5, I don't know how to do those, but I could probably figure it out. But with Nintendo Switch, obviously it's great. I use the app on my phone, which is recording, so I can't obviously show you. And then available resources supporting appropriate online interactions and accessibility, which is great. They had a ton of things you could look at. Definitely different links. You can go back and watch this on the ESRB, and there'll be a link in the channel below. I would say if you're a parent and your child games, watch this. Even if you really don't have any questions, it's really, really interesting to hear them talk and to hear a lot of different views, different sides of it. It's not views. It's just different things they talk about, like interacting with parents. Like, oh, you should really be sitting in the room while they're playing. I know it might be boring, but it engages the child because it shows that you're interested in what they're doing, and then maybe you can actually learn a little bit of what they're doing while they're playing because they're sort of like, oh, okay, I kind of know what you're talking about, blah 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 blah. You honestly just sit there, not sit there. Sorry, you kind of pay attention to what they're doing, and you see like the game they're playing, and like, oh, that's Mario, right? If you're playing, say, Super Mario Brothers 3 All Stars, so you're playing, Nintendo, Super Mario 64. Oh, that red guy is Mario, and he's trying to say Princess Peach. Okay, and then the bad guy is Bowser. He looks like a turtle, and then you just see the different. Oh, what's that? That's a Goomba. That's and talk about the bad guys, and you understand, and then you can see a little better of what they're talking about. And just really creative ways. And then also, if you don't like playing video games, maybe try them. Like, there's, and they talk about just the different genres. And one thing that Andy has done, and this is really cool, and I kind of want to highlight, I want to do a video on it later, is has a website pretty much dedicated to, it's a database, and link in that in the description below. Like I said, everything pretty much will be in the link in the description below. A database of video games. So like you're looking for like single player interact like RPG elements, and it'll give you a list of games that you can play. And it was really cool because then you can find different games that you might be able to want to play, because the video games, there's actually one type of genre, and there are video games, but there's plenty of different, because it's kind of like movies, and not everyone likes the same movie. Uh, and then they talked about you know uh, Rachel pointed out, you might not be good at a video game, but playing with your child can be very helpful with them, because they go, "Oh, mom and dad appreciate this." And honestly, on the side, when they're asleep and all that, play the video game. Try to get better. Try to beat them, because that is, they think it's so cool when they beat your things. Like even my own son, I can attest to this. When he beats me in Mario Kart, he gets so excited and all that. Or like when we're playing Pokemon cards, he gets so excited when he beats me, and it's just funny, and I laugh. But just the interactions that you have with your children and all that. And this is definitely, like I said, it's great. It's just under an hour long, like 59 minutes. But great discussion from all four of these. They do take some questions, and you can definitely answer. They have a section that you can ask questions afterwards. I believe they're going to do some more of these, because these are pretty awesome. I believe I definitely looked at it and like, oh, this is really cool. Refresher. I'm probably gonna watch it again just because I refreshed everything, because there was so much. Take it in chunks. Watch it once fully through, and then take it in chunks afterwards, because there's just so much information, so many good resources. Definitely break it down probably a little bit more here. Just great people, great standing, and it's hard when most people are like, video games are bad, video games are this, video games. Well, here are four people that play video games and that support kids playing video games, and support parents learning in different ways that they can learn and help their child psychologically and all that. And then like even the tough things like playing online, where talk about one interesting, very very interesting discussion they had, and that was the time frame that's good for games. And it was definitely a great discussion, as someone shared it. What Dr. Covert said, like I said, sorry if I'm messing with Covert. Like I said, I'm not great with names. I'm terrible. Actually, if anyone notices the channel beforehand, did a very interesting discussion, and I thought it's near the end, and if it's a good watch, she said, video games are not a time limit. It should be a physical time limit. What it is there's a couple things. Kids don't comprehend time, and I thought that was interesting. They don't understand. You say, hey, 5 more minutes. Kids don't understand that concept of 5 more minutes from where they are and can't keep track of time. And then like setting a strict limit of, boom, it's time, it's done. This is kind of what we have at the house here. Boom, time's up. But hey, I'm right in the middle of a Fortnite match and I can't really disconnect. So it's only 5 more minutes. Once you're done, then it's over. But you've reached your max. That happens here at the house, at my house, a lot with my kids. Hey, Dad, I'm right in the middle of this Pokemon battle, right in the middle of this Fortnite match, right in the middle of doing this. Just need to finish this, and then now it can be done. And I go, sure, time's up. But hey, you give us a little bit of time. Once you're done, you're gonna be done. Okay, like that's cool. Then your brother and sister keep going too. So that's the thing. They don't understand that concept of time, and just ways of doing that. And then, is an hour too much? Is 2 hours too much? Is a half hour too much? Is every day too much? And what Rachel goes, and interesting, Dr. Kevin goes, you know what? You need to look at our overall screen time. Now I know I'm kind of going long. I'm going 10 minutes. You need to look at the overall screen time that you use, and so school, TV. Anytime they look at the tablet, you add that up. If it's a lot of screen time, less game time, she would say. And it's the overall screen time where, you don't watch TV, and they play games that are special, it wouldn't be so bad. But it's also, each individual child and your family is a different situation. There's no strict, this is what it needs to be, this is what you need to set it at. And that's kind of what I've always believed. People that friends that I've had, and talk to me, because they know, like, well, will you look down at me because I give my kid orders? Like, no, I don't look down at anybody. You know, those are your rules of your house. Like, that's kind of what we've always talked about with our kids. Is everybody has a little different rules. These are what we believe are the rules and what you should do. So you don't have to. These are our rules, but not everyone has to follow our rules, and that's what I've told my children a million times. And so it's really interesting, the great discussions that they had. Like I said, definitely check this out. I don't want to go too long here. I'm going a little long and rambling and just trying. And check out all their resources. Like I said, I'll look into. Sorry, I'll look closer. I'll look into their resources and going into their resources a little more that they give. Definitely Andy's website. I'm sorry, I've lost track of the titles and I apologize. But they definitely give a lot of things. Check this video out. It is amazing to watch. I just want to say thank you to the ESRB. I know I take some of your stuff. I'm sorry. That's the way things work. You guys don't make a lot of videos, so that's what I do. I make videos of it. Habits of life. Taking this and bringing it out to people and answering the questions. I think would be very interesting is just doing a live chat with people, having a little bit of a thing, but then taking everyone's questions. Just because they only did about 5-10 minutes of questions, but I think like maybe 10-minute thing and then questions the whole time for an hour, or as long as people ask questions, probably cut it off an hour because you can't go too long. Just and bring a couple of different people, different couple of answers. I think that'd be a great idea. And like I said, ESRB does a great job. They are a nonprofit. They don't make money from anything. They're doing this, and this is just great that they do this and they give the ratings and they talk about the ratings and they talk about their steps and they talk about adding and they've added onto it. I don't cover like the online interaction stuff and the microtransactions because a lot of games have that stuff now. So that's it with this. Like I said, check this video. It's just so awesome. I should have shared more about it beforehand, but I didn't. Just because you're like, what's this going to be about? Is it going to be? And then they're probably going to save it, and then I can look at it. And I watched it live as I'm sitting there watching it. I didn't ask any questions myself, but definitely a really cool thing. Again, thank you to the 4 of you for doing this. I really appreciate it because even I wouldn't say I'm an expert in everything in video games, and I never would be. But I do this, and I do to educate other people. Other than that, guys, I will see you later. Bye.
Please follow Parents Guide to Games on YouTube at Parents Guide to Games, on Facebook at Parents Guide to Games, on Twitter at ParentsG2G, and email any questions or concerns at parentsg2g@gmail.com. And always, please subscribe, and thanks for watching.